Okay, you guys, couple quick little things. I am going to teach you the full intro as the album version is recorded. I am playing in standard tuning because that's where most people are, although this is actually played and performed in E flat normally, so it's a different video, different time. The tab that I have on my Patreon is completely free. This is all for you guys just for fun, and that will list you'll see that the E flat tuning is very clearly described. Every note that I'm going to go over right now is also there. Join me on the Patreon if you want it to be that much easier. Let's zoom in and I'll show you everything, but make sure you follow along. That last bit is the hardest bit. Okay, so there's just really 5 chunks that I want you to learn. Let's go chunk number 1. And that is the D string, 12th fret, followed by the 15th fret of the B string, and then, well, that's on my 3rd finger, 14th fret G string, and then 12th fret G string, so, and then up to the 15th fret high E, then 14th fret G, then 14th fret high E, then back to the 14th fret G. Okay, and that's it. So that right there is going to be the base for everything that we're going to do going forward, because this pattern, with the exception of that first note, is the same. And if you're following along the tab, you're going to see that. Go ahead and pause this. Take a look at the tab. Notice how that D string of the 12th fret note, that is the same for the first 2 rounds, but then on the second 2 rounds, it's actually this. 14th fret of the D string, it's the note of E. This is chunk 2. All the same on the back end, I just changed that note. Okay. Now I am playing this with my middle finger. You might see people playing with their first finger. Nothing wrong with that at all. And then there's chunk 3. Again, same pattern in the back end. We're just simply changing that first note to the G string 12th fret. Here's chunk 3. So that's 12th fret G, 15th fret B, 14th fret G, 12th fret G, up to that high E string 15th, G string 14th, high E string 14th, back to my G string 14th. Good news, chunk 4 is the easiest chunk. It's actually the same as this guy here where we started. So, to put it all together, chunk 1, 2, 3, and 4, which goes for a couple of rounds, is going to do this. Right? So that whole thing, chunk 1, 2, 3, and 4, will go for 2 rounds. On round 3, it actually looks like this. There it is. That last little bit, instead of what I would consider chunk 4, they actually implement a little something different. So it's still chunk 1, chunk 2, chunk 3, and instead of doing chunk 1 again, which is the same as chunk 4, we're doing what I would consider chunk 5. I'm just having a lot of fungal language here. All right, so keeping my first finger here on the high E string 12th fret, my second finger here on the 14th fret of the G string. That's going to stay for the whole thing. Okay, remember to root those. And yes, we're going to play a lot of those notes. Here's the figure one more time, what I consider chunk 5. Okay, so we're going to do an up pick on the high E string 12th fret, down pick on the 14th fret G, up pick on the 15th fret of the B, back to the 14th fret G, sorry, I was making some weird haunted noises. Anyway, so it's, and I'm going back from my 12th fret high E to the 14th fret of the G. So those 6 notes are okay. And I'm going to the 14th fret high E. Back to the 14th fret of the G here. My pinky will come into the 15th fret high E now. So and then 14th fret back to the 14th fret G. So you see I'm playing a lot of that and bouncing it off of there all the time. So every other note is that note right there. Nice little thing to remember. Again, the tab is free. It's on my Patreon. Follow along. And then I'm back to the 14th fret of the high E to the 14th fret G. And that 12th fret high E. Back to the 14th fret G. And back to the 15th fret of the B. And maybe I'll ring those together. Give them a little bit of a, get a little vibrato on there, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please, again, take a look at the Patreon. It's completely free. Link below, and I'll see you in the next lesson.